And now, presenting from across the pond, it's the Squared Circle Relics Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 7. My name is Lloydy the Liberator, and I'm here with Jamie and Chris, as always. Before we start today's show, just a quick interlude. I'm breaking the fourth wall just a slight bit. Today we are recording a bit later than normally. It should have been out a couple of days ago, really. However, we are recording on the Queen's funeral day. So I think we've all watched the funeral now, and mass love to the Queen and all of our peoples. Yes, it's a tough day all round, but yes, God save the King now. It's a weird thing to say, isn't it, guys?
Yeah. Especially singing it straight away. It seems strange. Even in the funeral, like they had to sing King, you kind of think, do you think you do it one more time for old time's sake, But no.
I thought they did sing the Queen.
No, I think in Westminster Abbey it was actually King, I think, because Charles weren't singing, yeah. I think because the monarch don't actually sing, do they?
He was tearing up a bit, though.
I did, and all to be fair, I didn't think I would, but...
Yeah. So I'm not a big royalist at heart. But,
no, I'm not at all.
She's just that one constant, wasn't she? So,
yeah.
Everyone's grandmother, as everyone says, but it's just all we've known.
Yeah.
So people are listening from Yankee Land right now. You're probably thinking to yourself, wow, it's a big day. Yeah, it was a big day, but I'm looking forward to tomorrow when we move forward now.
Yeah.
So
it really is sort of a real chapter closing. Like, that is the past of Britain, and like the whole state of the country is sort of moving forward to a whole new generation, isn't it? That's a real old time thing has moved on, really. But real one of these moments like you always remember where you were, sort of thing,
Absolutely.
Yeah, massively. So, I would normally start this off with how we are doing and what have we been up to. So I'm going to ask Chris first, because Jamie's got an interesting story to tell us.
Are you implying that I won't have an interesting story to tell you? I really.
Well, you might do. How's the new house? How's Bebes? How's wife?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I had a nap earlier. There you go. I was doing the dishes the other day. I'm washing up the dishes. Then I remembered I have a dishwasher. Halfway.
Oh, you
really?
mug!
It's about.
Is it all rusted and stinks? Well, no, because you left it for so long. You can't. You must have not been using it for years.
Yeah, it's a new house.
Oh, it's a new house as well, isn't it? Yeah, that's all right. Yeah,
no,
that's all right.
it's all good. Nothing to report really. What about you, Dave? Anything?
Okay. No, I wish I did have a little sleep this afternoon. No, it's just mostly been work and trying to live my best life. Yeah.
You had a big milestone week this week, though, didn't you?
Putting stickers in a sticker book. It's not really that milestone.
Tick that one off.
Tick that one off. Which one? What's the milestone? I'm trying to think.
A little boy, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yes. It's so the little boy has gone off to nursery. He bless him. He did try, but he didn't do so well on Friday. So we're having to put him in a bit slower, really. But and the wife went back to work as well. So it's kind of like a double thing going on, really, at the same time. Yes, it is a milestone. Yeah. But I think more of a milestone when he does a full day.
Bless him.
Obviously, I know.
He'll be there, mate. He'll get there.
It takes time.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good. It's just obviously a bit stressful around, I think, for everyone at the minute. But other than that, it's all been good. It's all been really good. God, that feels like a lifetime ago. Sorry, guys. I'm like, God, what have I been doing this week? Jamie, come on, mate.
Oh, man.
Let's start off with the journey over to America.
Yeah, no, it was a real nice trip. I went to see Dad last week, and I flew out on Wednesday night. Wednesday afternoon, and landed Wednesday night American time, which is all good. And then I can't remember. I lose track of the days, obviously the jet lag and stuff. But I think my first day, like my first full day, was the death of the Queen, and that was a bit of a surreal thing being in the States. And breaking the fourth wall here, I was buying you guys wrestling cards at the point the news broke. It's about 6:30. Obviously, it's about lunchtime. And my brother just texted me. He goes, "Oh, you better put the radio on." And it's literally that moment then. And that then really sort of was really strange then, really. Like the atmosphere really changed. And it went from hunting wrestling cards to try and hunt sort of like newspapers and stuff, just because, it's a really weird place to be sort of abroad. You never expect to be somewhere different than in the country,
Yeah, that's tough. Like walking around LCS, the Queen's dead.
Yeah, that's the thing. But obviously the news didn't really trickle through as quick as it did here. So obviously here, like immediately everything sort of starts shutting down and everything goes into that different mode. But it wasn't until the weekend that you started seeing flags at half-mast and stuff like that. So it was really sort of a lot slower. But really surreal. But the trip in general was all right. And I came home with a raging migraine and was in bed for 4 days. So...
hence why we're recording today.
Yeah.
So, but as long as you're okay, mate, and honestly, nobody cared when we recorded this, mate. It's fine. As long as your health takes obviously a lot more priority than this.
Yeah, geez. So. Even by about Wednesday night into Thursday, like I could only just start looking at like my phone screen and stuff. You think, my God. But never been affected by migraines or anything like that before. So I don't know if it was a virus or whatever it was. But on the mend now, which is all good. A nice bank holiday weekend always adds an extra day of rest, really, doesn't it, sadly? So yeah.
Back to work next week?
Yeah, back to work tomorrow, yeah. And then back on it, really. So there you go.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I told you, interesting story to tell. It's way better than what we've been up to. But yeah. All right. So what have we been watching? I mean, like, we have to start off with AEW, don't we?
Jesus.
That seems a lifetime ago, didn't it? Bloody Nora.
Give me your thoughts. I'll give you my thoughts afterwards.
Mindy's Bakery sounds like it might be a nice place to go to when it's open.
Don't go on Mondays.
Oh, mate. No. So I don't look at any social media, so I always tend to watch the pay-per-view the morning after. Like, in the old days, watch it first thing Monday. And I knew nothing of what was going on, so I watched the pay-per-view, sort of skim through it. And then I always watch the media scrums anyway. I just like, unbelievable. I was like, Jesus. But I was unaware that this had all kicked off sort of 12 hours before, Very, very strange.
I think I watched the media scrum before the pay-per-view, which is, like, a strange way to do it. But, yeah, wow. Is it a work? Is it not work? I don't know.
Just...
No.
It's not work. I mean, like, they all come off of his bitches and bad management if it is a work. You know what I mean? Like,
if it was, then
it's
done
pointless.
A bad job,
Yeah. Oh, if it is, if it is or isn't, you've done a bad job.
Yeah.
Like, there's no winner here.
So.
No. Do you know how it could have been diffused? There's 2 words how it could have been diffused. Tony Khan could have diffused it in 2 words. Chill out, babe.
And give me a little hug. Yeah.
Done. Chill out, babe. Done.
Yeah.
Like, CM Punk would have shut up. It would have been, nothing would have happened.
Yeah.
All carried on as normal.
Yeah.
But sadly, no.
I think if you just shut it down and say, this is a conversation to have behind the scenes, or something to that effect, to sort of have that conversation, but let him run for over half an hour,
He was nodding for half of it, like agreeing with him.
Weird. It was just that awkwardness, yeah.
Like he makes some weird facial. I think I would make some weird facial expressions, but Tony Khan, everyone says like cokehead facial expressions, right? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying allegedly, and I'm not saying that. I just think they're weird, and I think he's weird, and I think. My feelings on the wet mark himself, but this is just, we saw it coming though. Like we sat on here a couple of weeks ago and a couple of weeks before that, and we all were talking about it going, something doesn't feel right here, to something's definitely not right here, to this is now a shit show.
Yeah.
So.
And did you guys see the photos of Kenny Omega going around from when he was doing the press in Japan this past week or so? With a bite mark on his arm. And they reckon he must have had Ace Steel in the headlock to have that bite mark in that position.
Yeah.
And you think, my God.
I saw it this morning actually, and I was just a bit like, "Well, there you go."
It's interesting though that Tony sent like Daniels, Nakazawa, Omega all over to Japan on this sort of trip to do the media and stuff. It's sort of thing. We'll get them out of the country while this is all over. Yeah. Wait for it to all blow over a bit, you know.
I think he couldn't take part in like the ceremony of it, could he, Omega? But the rest of them could, or something like that. It was just like he was over there, but he was restricted on what he could do. I don't know. I mean, like fair play to them, right? They've tried to carry on now, and it's been a good couple of weeks now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, they've tried to carry on, and really just that situation is in the box. We're going to sort it out. Let's just carry on with our programming, and it's been okay.
I've really enjoyed the last few weeks. It feels like an old school AEW, really, hasn't it? It's felt all right.
Yeah, I don't get me wrong. I do miss the Elite. I am a fan of the Elite. I do like them.
Yeah,
I don't miss Punk.
No, I don't. Not on that now.
Divisive character as it was, but whatever. I feel sorry for people who are collecting more than anything, because obviously the prices of his stuff has gone down a bit.
Yeah.
But it's out of your control, you know what I mean? But ultimately, if you are a collector of him, it's probably the best time to actually go buy more.
Buy the dip.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. You know, so this is the dip right now. But who's to say what's going to go on? But do you really care? Like, I don't know if I care anymore about that whole situation. No.
I will say, though, MGF's thing at All Out was pretty damn cool. Like that story going through being the joke. I think everyone knew it may be MGF, but having the Rolling Stones and all that and then finishing off at the end, that was a hell of a reveal. It was really quite cool. So I enjoyed that.
See, I'm not a fan of MJF generally. Like, I'm just not a fan. Like, I have my other favourites. He's not one of them, right? Never has been. Seen him wrestle quite a few times. He's okay. His mouth is better than his wrestling, in my view. But that sounds really weird. His mouth is really much better.
His mic skills.
He's got a pretty mouth. His mic skills. He's got a pretty mouth.
He's got a nice teeth.
He's got a nice teeth. I had to the dentist as well the other day. I forgot about that as well. Oh god.
Was it Isaac Yankem?
No. Sue, her name is, and she's a tiny woman, but she gives me much pain. Anyway, I digress. But I think that he's doing all right since he came back.
Yeah.
And my view, same with Punk. If we had no MJF, I wouldn't miss him at all, to be honest, really, personally, but I know people love him.
He can't get people to boo him now, though, can he? Bloody Nora. He tried so hard on Wednesday. He's the biggest babyface going now.
Every other line was something about, where were they? Albany, New York or somewhere, and every other line
was,
trying, but no, didn't quite work.
No.
The thing is, though, and this is, and we'll move on now as well, but like the thing for me is that they've got Daniel Bryan and Moxley, right, going to be head to head and whatever. I just, for two big superstars that they've always been, big wrestlers, whatever you want to call them, it's just like vanilla. It's just so, there's nothing there that like wants me to watch their stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I should be, but I'm just not a fan of their work. I'm just not a fan of anything of it. It's just really weird. I feel completely just like, oh, it's happening.
I don't
care.
I kind of get the feeling like with Brian, for example, the big matches that you would expect now to have, we've already seen them in his first sort of run. I guess with Punk, at least you had like new matches like for the next year that you could work with. But Brian, like, what have you really got now to work with? Like, you've got Hangman, which we've seen that. We've seen Mox. We've seen those sorts of feuds. So I guess it's trying to see who can push through. Like, will you do Brian and Wardlow, or do you do Brian and someone else to do different feuds? I don't really know how they're going to go forward if Brian gets a belt. Because we know Mox is on vacation. MJF,
And that's the thing for me. It's just like they're relying on the old WWE guard to showcase. And they've done it since Jericho at the start. They didn't give it to Hangman. They gave it to Jericho. But that shtick is just... I'm just bored of it now.
I think most AEW fans probably are as well, aren't they? There's a reason they watch AEW, and it's not, usually the old WWE guys. So,
No, exactly.
I mean, I come from the world of watching Impact, TNA, and AJ Styles. He meant everything to me back in the day because he was homegrown. I know he started at WCW or whatever, but he was homegrown. Like, you got behind him because he was the ultimate babyface in the promotion that is his. And generally, that's Hangman. And he just, they just don't want to give him the ball. And I don't understand it, really. It infuriates me. It really does.
That's fair.
Like, with all baby faces, there needs to be a big chase. And they gave him that chase for ages, gave him the title, didn't know what to do with it, dropped it. And it's obscurity. It's just weird. I'm not a fan of it, personally. Anyway, look, we'll move on. WWE Clash at the Castle.
The karaoke clash.
Did we watch?
I watched some of it. I didn't watch it because I had intended to watch it at the airport, and I never got around to watching it at the airport. But I have sort of flicked through it and seen the main stuff all the way through. Not a bad event, actually. Not completely newsworthy, but yeah, not too bad. There wasn't a belt change as we all hoped there might be.
Just point out that Dave was right about everything. all of my.
I wasn't that right.
Was I just shouldn't have been optimistic. So yeah,
I did think that I didn't get it all right. I thought that Fury. I didn't know he was going to lay out Theory, but I did think he would get involved, and it would have been much better to see in the Royal Crown coming up.
Crown.
The Royal Crown?
The Royal Crown.
Crown Royal? the next pay-per-view, let's just call it that. I would have much...
Premium live event, not pay-per-view.
Yeah. I would much... I think it would be a lot better if you would have had Roman Reigns versus Tyson Fury going into that pay-per-view, not Logan Paul, the table.
Oh, you know what? I wet myself. He has done that so purposely. Fucking Mark. He's one of us.
Ladies and gentlemen, the table. That is great.
I am the table. Brilliant.
Don't get me wrong. It's an entertaining prospect, but why they didn't set up for Tyson Fury would personally, my view would have been so much better. But Chris, I love the optimism. I think you are right.
I have to be like that. Yeah.
However, I know. It's just, however, I just couldn't see him giving them to Drew. Like a couple of years ago, maybe, but
and even on Sheamus as well. That was such a good match. But yeah, and I get it. It makes sense business wise, but yeah, just didn't make sense to me. Yeah, it was
that
brilliant,
match of the night.
Match, so.
Yeah,
I think.
Dave gave it 5 stars, didn't he, as well? First 5-star match in years. Yeah.
Why not? Why not? No, I did like that. It was okay. I mean, it was just a big house show, right? I mean,
yeah, of course it was.
The main thing that came out from it was the crowd, and it when the crowd is the shining star of the whole show, you've got to think to yourself, well, we need to give you the show that goes with the actual crowd.
Yeah.
And I don't think they did that, sadly. But
they always say that where they were like British crowds, and you see it all the time. Like, we really go into that proper football mentality, and even when it's like the night after WrestleMania, you can tell there's Brits there, can't you, straight away? All the Fandango stuff was all Brits, weren't it,
I mean, I've been at the crowd for the Raw after Mania, and the roof comes off, basically. It's just so amazing. And I love it. I think it's great. The Bailey chanting was very fun at this. It was very, very good. I enjoyed it a lot. Did you guys watch any of the NXT stuff afterwards as well?
Yeah, I watched Worlds Collide. I thought it was a pretty good show, actually.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I saw the results, and
they were all again as you expected. They were totally as you expected. But yeah, decent matches, and enjoyed it.
And after that, we're having a rebrand of NXT again a year after NXT 2.0, which I think is great. I mean, I prefer the black and gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to change much, really. But
no, it's not going to change much at all.
So.
But I do. I just think it underlines like no more Vince, basically.
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah.
So I like that, and Solo winning gold as well.
Yeah,
it's just pushing up his price of his cards even further after the clash. So good. I think it's a good time. It's personally not for me, but I think it's a good time to jump on.
Yeah. I think people had that rough idea about jumping on it when it was in the first Prison. Was it Prison, the first card for Solo?
Yeah.
I think people were saying like this is a card to get, and people were sleeping on it a bit because everyone was going after Gabe Stevenson.
Yeah, I picked up quite a few. I got like a red, white, and blue, and some of the coloured ones.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think that's a good shout.
Johnny Tancredi, he was the, and I know you're listening, Johnny. We have to give you props. You were the Solo guy, so yeah, good on him as well. So it's just not for me personally.
So has he had an auto yet anywhere, or is it not yet?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't know if he had one in this NXT set or anything, but
I don't believe he did. I haven't seen it.
One to watch then. That would be the first auto card.
Yeah, I don't know whether it would be soon either. Knowing what, like, we haven't got much coming out soon, and of the ones that are coming out, they're normally not a year behind, but they're kind of like at least like 6 months behind, aren't they? You know what I mean? So I think it's going to be a while, but they may shoot them in. Don't know. I don't know. All right, let's move over to news. So we've got quite a bit actually. So let's start with Upper Deck new arrivals. Big Cass. Did we go in for Big Cass?
I can't remember.
Were we big for Big Cass?
I don't think I picked this up. I think I'm with the agreement now that if I might have got one pack, but I think like you can pick these up for next to nothing on ComC later on down the line, like the silver and the base. I think if you're only trying to get that full set on Redemption, I think that's what you're after. But no, I didn't. Did you guys?
Nope. Not for me. I haven't done any of the new arrivals, so I didn't see the point. I didn't see this as a starting point. So
not jumping on now.
They've not been very good, the new arrivals. They're nowhere near as good as the match day moments.
So I buy one. I bought my one. I didn't get the silver, and then some guy just offered me a trade and didn't really like it. So I got him to throw in the Big Cass silver in as well. So I do have both.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But I don't have both because I pulled it. I have both because
you didn't buy 20 packs of it.
Happens. No. And I wouldn't have bought for Big Cass either. I was, to be honest, when I did the one pack and I didn't get the silver, I was like, meh. No, and I didn't care.
No, and I don't blame you. That's probably the best way of doing it. I think they've all been a bit, Madison Rain a bit, Cesaro. They're all a bit.
If it was their proper rookie card of someone who is notable, then it would sell out. Like it would go mental, wouldn't it? Really, it wouldn't.
Absolutely.
But it's just kind of like it seems like they're shoehorning a new person in, but before they go into their main product. I don't know. Just save them.
I would have loved to see like Samoa Joe or something. Like they're proper cool cards that you could have had. That sort of side of things. But yeah, Big Cass, ain't they? There's no big deal for me at all, really.
So we'll move on from that. And we had a massive release day on the 9th of the 9th. So we had WWE NXT 2.0 for Panini. And we'll go through that later on because that's our big topic, obviously, today. So that's the one to really go through later on. But we also had Panini Instant Clash at the Castle, was Clyde, and Raw because we obviously had Braun come back.
Yeah.
And that was from Raw. And we had Upper Deck Match Dated Moments, which was, I think that was the biggest release of the day.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
that was huge. So let's go to WWE NXT 2.0. Let's just cover briefly. Were we in on that?
I was. I know for a fact that someone else was as well.
Yeah, I was.
Jamie and Chris both got slabs. So I didn't, but I was in a break, and I'll go through the break in a bit of what I went for, why I went for it, and what I got. It's not necessarily what I went for, but it is what it is. So, okay, what about the instance, the Panini instance? I know, Chris, you were thinking about.
Well, it's one of our listeners that was thinking about grabbing a few. I think because he was there at the clash. So I was just putting the feelers out to see if anyone was ordering, see if he could jump on. But there just wasn't anything that really took my fancy on this one. Yeah. Again, similar to like with the Logan Paul situation, I guess if they'd have done a Tyson Fury knocking out Tyson and Austin, then I probably would.
Oh, mate, that would have been one, wouldn't it? Tyson and Austin, yeah.
Tyson and Austin Part 2. So it was for him really. But yeah, if we're not doing it, then that's cool.
Yeah,
but yeah. It's just I don't know. What about you guys? I don't think you guys went for it, did you? So,
no.
I mean, I would have loved the
Bron.
the bait and the Bron 1 of 1, but it was $299, and it didn't have the rookie. I mean, I think it would have sold at $299 if it had the rookie card label on it, but it didn't. No. So it's weird. Like some of them do, some of them don't. They are match dated moments, aren't they?
Really? Basically, so that's what it is. Yeah.
So they shouldn't really have the rookie card label on them, really. Like, really? I don't know. It is much. I saw the Braun one from Raw did actually sell, and I think that was quite cheap.
I think all of these as well, like outside of the numbered ones, the print runs seem to be coming back quite low. I think someone said that one of them was like out at 40 or something from the last one. So, I think
it was like 60 or 40. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think if you're a collector of someone and they have one of these cards, like I think pull the base ones because they're going to be quite sought after. Especially like now, me trying to chase up these Tops Now cards, like they don't come up at all. Yeah. So if you like someone and you see him, just grab them. And again, we'll always try and do a deal if you want to jump on our postage and we're also buying. Then jump on with us really because we'll just bring it over here and post it out when it arrives. So
yeah. I mean, Jamie, you normally you're up for getting the base of it normally, aren't you? It's just that you're away this
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Normally I would try and pick up an image of some kind. Like if there's something noteworthy on a show, then I always will. Like I say, I think last time around it was the pack card on it and stuff. But nothing on this one. I think, had Drew won the belt, for example, I would have gone all in on those sorts of ones,
Yeah, that's it.
You just have to query, like, why do it on another release day? Like the sales did struggle, I think, especially with the 1-on-1 and the 5-5s, just because it was the same release day.
Yeah.
I don't think they cover themselves in glory with it, to be honest, but it is what it is.
Do you feel like with the instance they're missing a trick by not doing similar to AEW, like with the Upper Deck E-packs? I feel like they'd sell way more if they did it E-pack.
Well, like a chase card or something.
Yeah, that's it. Put the 1-on-1s and the 2-5s and whatever in there, and then
see what happens.
I tell you what, I mean, it's not on the show notes today, but I mean, I can mention it here. So they did do NFTs for Clash at the Castle, Clash at the Castle, Clash in the Castle, Clash at the
Around
Castle.
the castle.
Near the castle.
It's a name day today, I tell you. So Clash at the Castle, they did NFTs and they did really, really well.
Okay.
And it's kind of similar to what you're saying, Chris, about instants and stuff like that. You buy them, you have them, and they're there. I kind of think you're right with it. I don't like the way they're doing it per se, but at least it's different, I suppose.
Yeah.
But
I don't think Penny do anything digital, do they? They don't do any sort of digital cards or collecting, do they? Like any other company does.
No.
So
they do a lot of stuff. Customer service.
On-time shipping.
They don't do. Yeah, there's quite a few bits and pieces that they kind of lack.
Checklists.
Yeah, boxes that are intact. There's quite a few bits and pieces, really. So let's talk about the crown jewel here. Upper Deck AEW match stated moments for All Out. I mean, I know that we all went for them. Like, we had to.
Yeah.
Really, didn't we?
Yeah,
How did we get on?
I went in, so I normally go for buy 4 packs, and I'll normally try and see if I can get a full set, and if I don't, then I'll swap between obviously the groups and stuff. But I ended up then buying 2 more packs over the weekend, just randomly, just think, I'll buy a pack now just to see what happens. So I ended up with the full base set and 1 silver. So I'm happy with that. That's that's $30 in. I don't think I'll ever go. I mentioned this on an old episode. I don't think I'd ever spend more than that. ultimately I'll pick the gold up for $40, for the William Regal ones. You think, well, in time that will come down. But I can see why people do, especially for MJF, like spend a fortune on. But yeah, I've done quite well, actually. I was happy with that. What about you guys?
Did you buy them, Dave? Or
I did. I did.
Yeah.
I got 3 of the 4 base, and then Wes from the ATP. Shout out Wes. I was missing the Joker, and he sorted me out with the Joker.
Oh,
so
yeah,
thank
I
you
remember
for that.
Yeah.
But really, I just wanted to do it to get the Elite Silver, and I got it quite earlier on, and I was just
good.
like, I was putting a bit more money in to try and get that Joker, and I just couldn't get him. It was so frustrating. I was like, I don't even want the gold, guys. I just want the base. But I got it. Yeah, so I've got them all, but the gold. But the gold for me I wasn't going for it anyway.
Yeah.
So
I think that gold in time is going to be a card that everyone's going to want to try and get. Like, it's still within MJF's rookie AEW year as such, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, no, I agree. What about you, Chris?
I think I did it 6 packs at first and then 2 after, and I got a lot of the same. I think I got like 3 Tony Storms, and I didn't get the silver trios one. But then on the second lot where I bought 2 packs, I did get the gold MJF, so I was pretty happy with that. Yeah,
you did well.
So I just need the silver now, so I'll pick that up when it's available on like ComC or somewhere. Try and get it.
To be honest, with those golds, you honestly, congrats, because those golds, like if you wanted to get rid of it now, it's like I see a lot of them being like sold on like $75.
Yeah,
80. Sort of. Yeah, anywhere between 75 and 100. I'm not selling it, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that. But if you wanted to, the money's there. You know what I mean? It's crazy for a card that's basically a freebie.
Yeah.
As part of the base. I think that's great. I think that's the chase. What you were saying, Chris, before about I think as well, like with the chase as well in these match dated moments as well. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
They've really hit the nail on the head.
I think as well, like doing it all at the same time as well. Like everyone is then buying them at the same time. There's no waiting around. Like straight away what you're going to pull.
Yeah. No, exactly.
But something I was going to ask you guys is: have you noticed? It used to be like 6 to 8 weeks, wasn't it, that they were going to physical? There hasn't been. These ones haven't gone physical at all for like the last couple of pay-per-views, have they? I think the last ones I've got are like Revolution. Yeah,
all the match dated moments for me is just they haven't been. I think the first lot did, but the rest of them haven't.
No,
it's the same with the arrivals as well.
Yeah, it's got there that you can transfer, but they're not like that bit still greyed out. But I just wondered what was going on with them really, because I kind of like to have the physical card, but
same,
yeah. I'm just storing them all up to when they are physical, basically, and. I'm not doing it in batches for I should really do, but no, I'm with you there, Jamie. I think it's very weird that they haven't done it.
Maybe reach out to Upper Deck. I might send him a tweet later. Watch his face.
And let's talk about the duality of Upper Deck, shall we? Let's talk flagship very briefly. Flagship. We try to give updates on this every episode, but it's fucking banana town, I tell you. So
run through the latest dates.
Oh yeah. So we just really don't know. I mean, it's all over the place. So Dave and Adams still have the flagship out on the 28th of the 9th and Spectrum out on the 30th of the 9th. But we know that that's really not going to happen, right?
It's not going to happen.
So looking at Steel City, so Spectrum's TBDC, so it's probably not going to TBD. That's not going to be coming out for a while, I don't think. And they've put the 30th for flagship of the 10th. So the end of October. I don't know where any of this is coming out. Really, hopefully our big topic next episode will hopefully be checklists of AEW and reviewing, and hopefully maybe even have product out. We're so up in the air with it, we just don't know. It's getting a bit stupid now, isn't it, guys? Come on,
it's moved back, moved forwards, moved back again. It just seems to be a bit. And I think we've said this before, like having that potential flagship out before the 2021 set, because that Spectrum, that was like we had the previews those cards back in February, didn't we? Like on that uncut sheet.
Ages
it's going to be so out of date to a degree.
Yeah.
I just want to see what they're going to be. Like the relics and stuff are supposed to be really quite cool. They're going to have like a steel chair die cut and stuff actually made out of metal and stuff, aren't they? You know?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So
I think when it comes out, everyone will be like, fantastic. And we'll forget the fact that it's so late and they've been really shit and horrendous throughout all of this. Panini have made them their pitch, haven't they, really, if you think about it? But I don't know. I think all will be forgiven when it actually does come out.
Yeah.
When you think about it, though, so when did Flagship come out? Sort of January, didn't it?
Yeah, it should have been like the autumn, shouldn't it? And it got delayed to the new year.
So realistically, you would have wanted, I don't know, like maybe an April, May, June release to still be waiting at the end of September. I think is really, really poor.
Yeah.
To let it past August was really bad. I think.
Yeah.
But they know what they're doing. Obviously, I don't think they do at this point now.
Do you think there was a little bit of delay in it, so they didn't clash with the WWE releases? Like waited for it to calm down a little bit, and now they've sort of cocked themselves up a bit, and it's now missed its slot or something.
The thing is, we don't know when any more sort of Panini WWE releases are coming, other than the UK or the European type ones.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what they've done, and they've gone right September, end of September. There's nothing coming out for a few months. Let's take them on.
Land it there,
yeah.
But they're not even doing that. Because it's like they're not even hitting the end of September. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
True.
Yeah.
I would say blowout cards have the same date, so they have the 28th and the 30th still. But when you go to pre-order, I think I said to you guys off air, when you go to pre-order, it just says contact us. So, so it doesn't seem like a good sign.
No.
And we do, as Chris said, we do have Panini. We call him Europe. That's coming out in the UK.
Moving slowly across from Germany to France now.
Germany, France. Yeah, they're on the boat now for France.
Gonna be stuck at Felix though.
Yeah, but as I say, like we will cover that as well, probably in our big topic next time round.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll be out. I can't imagine a checklist will be out. I can't imagine that it'll be physically out, but I don't know. And there's no chasing it either, really. It's just base and parallels, but which aren't numbered.
Yeah.
They're just different colours.
I did have a funny feeling. Do you reckon the cards are going to have the same imagery and artwork as the stickers did? Because I don't know if you remember, we saw these preview cards, didn't we? And the parallels looked very similar to the stickers. So I wonder if the base is going to be a card-sized sticker, but wait and see.
From the images I've seen, they do look, I think, a bit different, but I don't know. I mean, anything is possible at this point right now. So we'll just have to see. I'm not going to go in for them at all. And this is me not saying that I'm not going in for them and then I'm going to get 3 boxes of it. I'm not going to go in for them. I have no plans. I haven't got enough space for it. So there's not for me, but I know you guys will get a couple of boxes.
Yeah.
So. I guess just to run down for people who haven't seen them. So the Panini website, you can buy a full box for 24 packs with 36. Is that right?
36 quid, yeah.
And there's like a blaster equivalent, which is sort of, I think it's like 8 or 10 packs. It's like a smaller blaster, isn't it? And then there's like a mega pack, which is obviously got 4 or 5 packs in. So they sort of change in value, but you're going to need an awful lot. So I think we've mentioned before, like to get a full set and all parallels, like 660 cards. And I think the base is going to be close to what you can expect for Slam Attacks in the past. So expect to, if you're going to go in a lot, then go in a lot. But we'll keep the sort of swap chat going. Anyone who wants to try and get a complete set, because I won't be going after a complete base set. I'll be buying basically for the pod, and then I'll be dishing them out for swaps. So, are you guys going to even try and collect any or pick any out that you like out of this new Panini set? Or
I'll probably buy. I think I'm going to buy like one of each format. So, like, do you know what I mean? A box and then a mega box and a blaster. Just to review it and sort of, just to get eyes on it. But probably not one. I've got too many other, like, better looking sets to collect over this. So, yeah.
I'll get the sashes for whatever sashes I can. I'll get them for Travis. But other than that, I don't think, unless they do a Bron, Dolph maybe. But even so, I wouldn't have it in.
No,
I wouldn't put it in the PC. You know what I mean? It's just. I'm not saying it's not worthy enough, but it's just it will take space, I think.
Yeah.
So probably not. Well, talking about swaps, got, need. We've got a little new section of the show today. So let's go over to Jamie's corner.
I don't know why this has been called my corner, but I'll take the credit if you want me to. First things first, then, got need. Look, people correct me if I'm wrong, but seems to be Panini using the hashtag got need, which seems to date afterwards I started using it. So, well, if you did use that, Panini, no problem. That's absolutely free. You can have that. Anyway, just want to thank everyone who's joined the got need group. Really, we're sort of growing. A couple of people over the weekend added. Again, if you're collecting stickers or you're near the end of stickers, we've got a small group of us doing swaps. We can buy stickers as well within the group. We're doing obviously good deals. So if you're down to like your last 100, for example, like we're doing about 10p each between different people, and you can pretty much complete those albums. I know you guys have reached out and basically completed for less than a tenner, really, haven't you? Like the stickers you need and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you need some swaps, just send us a message and then we'll add you to the Facebook group. And sort of do our messenger group. And again, spread the word. If you got a big pile of swaps or you want to even sell stickers to people, just, jump on the chat and, let us know, really. More the merrier, to be honest.
Just don't forget to your needs that you need.
Yes, have them ready.
Make sure you state them because we're not psychics.
Yeah. No, agreed. Yeah, if you say you need a load, tell us what you need. Even if I know it's a bit of a pain to write them all out, but it just helps everyone out, really.
Yeah.
And I think we've got some plans in the part what we will do with this chat going forward as well. So watch your space on that. But at the moment, if you need stickers, hit us up. We'll add you to it, and we'll try and the whole idea of this podcast was to build a community, and I think we're on the start of doing that, aren't we? Do you agree?
Yeah, definitely.
The need to grow is evident. From the discussions that we have on a daily basis with our listeners, and it's just not just with listeners either, as well as everyone within the community. So, and I think we are poised to take more of a stance on that going forward. So watch this space. We can't promise anything, but we really want to help develop what we have over here.
So we've really enjoyed doing that this past few weeks. And let's say, you guys, how do you feel now with the group now completing the albums yourself? Really?
Go right, Chris. You go for it.
No, well, I'm getting close. I'd say I'm probably about 50 stickers away. And then I'm just going to hit up the group once I've got everything in and I'm kind of assessed where I'm at and what I need still. Then I'm going to just put it out there. I'm going to try and buy the rest or swap with some of the guys and just see what I can do. I will say though, I've been sticking these in the book. I just thought, as a kid, I was just rubbish because I look back at some of my old sticker books and think, oh, Jesus Christ, that was terrible. I'm still rubbish. You
know what?
I'm not good at sticking in stickers into the book.
I don't think the frames either are the same size of the stickers. I've noticed some of them are like bang on and like the white square is on the outside.
Yeah, there's a lot of whitening on mine.
Yeah.
At least I'm not alone then, because I was sat there thinking, Jesus, this is going to look terrible.
I can't remember which one it is. There's like a dual one, like Roman or Taker or someone like that, with like one of the finishing moves. And there's like half an inch off the bottom where the two don't actually match up perfectly, and there's like a massive gap. So
I think I've done that one.
Yeah, that's a bit mad, really. But
the one I've missed is the Rock. There's a good.
I did the Rock okay. I think the rock bottom.
Yeah,
one.
I mean, mine looks fine. It's just a bit wonky on the page. It's not. There's a bit of red, but some of them I did really well.
I'm focusing on more getting the images to like actually match up than be on the page. I'd rather it looked good, even if it's slightly off. But
I'm there with you, brother.
I noticed today that my RKO sticker is like the little logo for Orton. It says OKR and it's upside down, and now I can't peel it off. So that's a right rookie mistake there.
You just stick over it.
Exactly.
So I'm not going back at all on what I said about the stickers themselves, and I never want to get them ever again. However, what I will say is, I spent 2 hours yesterday evening sticking every single one in, and I've completed it. And I think One, thank you very much. Thank you. I do think it looks lovely. Honestly, I think it's a proper, lovely looking book.
Yeah.
I finished it. I didn't really look through it today. I looked through it. Yesterday. I looked through it today, and I just thought my kid is going to love looking through this when he's a bit older, and it's because of the legends of it, the NXT side, those, double stick things, double stickers of the photos and stuff like that. I think it all looks great.
Yeah.
And the stickers of the belts, the stickers of the logos. I think it all looked great. I think it's really framed well. Honestly, I love it. I think it is fantastic. I'm just appalled that it's stickers.
I reckon, do you reckon it's about 50-50 split between Legends and current going through?
Oh, no, it's not. No, it's the current
quarter, isn't it?
Is that a quarter?
Yeah, I think it's about. I don't know. There is quite a lot Raw and SmackDown. There's a load of NXT, and then then you've got obviously the special moves, and then you've got
Legends.
The Legends.
I feel like the Legends start about 300-ish.
Okay,
around
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I've not gone
kind
through
of
properly yet. I've just stuck them in
to the end, so maybe like a
Can't
third.
they're all stuck in, but yeah, they're around 300 odd.
So I thought of that problem the other day. So I actually bought a second book so I can see which stickers are, because once you've stuck them in, obviously you can't see the numbers of the sticker, because there's a few that I want to pick up like extra copies of. So yeah, I bought an empty album just for that reason.
No, I'm there with you. I've got another two. There's just another room, but yeah. I honestly, I can't believe that I love it so much. I think it definitely took a knack peeling the bloody things as well.
Yeah.
Especially the shinies. And I'll never forgive MVP for what he did to me. Every corner, there's one corner you get and you're like, oh, fantastic. MVP, all four corners. Like,
bending.
You fucker MVP. No, he was the only one as well. So I'll always, he will be synonymous in my mind for being an absolute fucker. Thank you, MVP. But everything else went really smoothly, to be honest. It was really cool.
But a lot of the new sort of stickers that they bring out now, my son did like SpongeBob and a few others. They'll on the back of the sticker, they'll separate. So you just literally kind of pinch it a little bit, and then you can just pull the two sides of the back off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas WWE didn't seem to do that, which I thought was a bit weird. But
sometimes you see that it's just so molded together. You're like, how am I going to get this? Yeah. And you just have to hold the edge, and eventually it pops in your fingers, and you're like, oh, fantastic. But it's just, it's quite frustrating. But once you get the knack of it, it's fine. And I was very thankful for the ones that the die cuts.
Yeah, they were nice.
They were nice, easy to peel off. I found more problems positioning those correctly.
Really?
But
Jamie clearly did.
Mate, I'll tell you. I think you're right. I think that because the die cuts, the pattern was smaller than obviously the die cut one, so it's hard to know if you were in line or not.
I found that easier because then I just
shoved it over the top.
There you go. Looks cool.
But I'm glad. I'm glad it's done. But I honestly, I think the end result, I'm very happy with it.
Good.
Well done, Panini. You did something right with these stickers, really. So I'm not eating shit about it, but I will say I was slightly wrong.
I can't wait to send you your Christmas present.
Please, if it ever any adhesive on the back, please no.
We'll see.
And there's one other thing. Oh no, there's two other things on your corner.
Okay.
Superstar Auto.
Yeah.
Superstar Auto.
So we mentioned this last time, didn't we? We want to try and get this definitive checklist of actually who's pulled the autos from that top superstar set. So massive checklist. So I've put together a spreadsheet. I think you guys have got a link to it now. We're going to try and see where we've seen them, who's got them, and we've had some few people come back to us and on various groups and stuff saying what they've pulled. So again, if you've pulled any auto that isn't Kofi Kingston or Samoa Joe, because everyone's got Kofi and everyone pretty much got Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
If you got something different to those, ping us a message and we'll tick it off to say, okay, we've seen it in a while, because I'm pretty sure that most of these autos never made it out to the wild. And considering that most of them have like parallels of 99, 50, 25, 10, like all the way down. But there's also a couple which are only 1 of 1 or 5, out of 5. So if you've got any of these sorts of ones, let us know. And we're going to try and get definitive lists and do a roll call on each episode of what we're seeing that week and include it with the idea that we'll see it's about 100 autos, I think, in the end it works out to be. So, So if you've got anything, ping us up. We've had people come through. I think we've seen some Bret Harts, haven't we? Some Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, really nice Bret Hart one, yeah. Was it Scott, I think, to 50?
Yeah.
And then he sent a picture once he got it in. Yeah, really, really nice card.
Yeah, really good.
There's a few obviously on eBay that we've seen a few times. So, we're going to do a checklist from there. So if you get anything, ping us a message and we'll let you know how we're doing and who's got what and give you a roll call, really.
Love it.
And the last bit in my corner, this whole thing about eBay 101s, and I think it gets on people's nerves a bit, doesn't it? 50 out of 50, eBay 1 of 1.
eBay 1 of 1.
Look, exclamation mark, dollar signs and all that. We're sort of shy. Yeah. I saw a card on eBay last week and I pissed myself. I couldn't believe it. So someone had an Edge card. I can't remember what it was. Just a basic Edge base auto, I think, from some random top set. And it said on there, Andre the Giant Son. Where the fuck did they get that from? I mean, I don't know what, that is like the weirdest eBay tactic ever, isn't it? To try and get a shitty auto sold that is a base card. Stick Andre's son in there and hope that someone who's completely clueless buys it thinking it's a rookie or one to watch or something,
Yeah, what the fuck?
It doesn't even fucking look like
No, it's pure.
At least do Hogan or someone because they were a tag team at least.
Yeah, exactly.
You could kind of go, oh yeah, well he's with his son.
Oh my god, talk about trying to cash in on someone completely clueless. Oh, that's the one to watch. Yeah. Edge.
Unless they genuinely believed it.
But the thing is, Andre as well. Like as Chris, you just said. At least with Hulk Hogan, everyone knows who Hulk Hogan is. I know, most people know who Andre is, but not
wrestling
everyone.
Fans, but yeah, my missus, for instance, she knows who Hulk Hogan is, but she wouldn't know who Andre the Giant was. Do you know what I mean? So,
and to list that down, it's just honestly, weird.
So anyway, I made it my wrestling card Wednesday on Twitter, and that got an awful good, got a good reception on Twitter. So, it's on eBay still now. It's up for $100, and it's a Topps 2017 Edge from the Legend set, and it's got here very clean auto Andre the Giant Son in the title. So if anyone's interested in having a look at that and send a cheeky best offer, do that because it's ridiculous.
Can you imagine getting it and then email and then messaging back saying, this isn't Andre's son. I want my money back.
Yeah, you probably could with eBay. Actually.
Yeah,
that's false advertising,
mate. I laugh my ass off of that. So anyway, that is not in my purchases of the week this week. So there you go.
That was great. Thank you. For that.
Fuck off with Andre's son. That's the idea.
So we'll move over now to purchases for the week. Raz's breaks, misses. So I believe I'm leading off my own week this week. I haven't got much. A few bits and pieces. I'll get my list up. Actually,
you've been in mourning, haven't you? That's what it is. You've had a somber week.
Well, I did say that on the last time I'm going to take a step back to work out with everything coming in what I want to kind of do next with it. So I've got a few, and these have been building up for a while. So I had a Dolph Blue out of 199 Prism. A Kofi Orange out of 99 for Prism, which is very nice. I can't remember if I said this one on the last episode, but the Dolph Ringside Auto Red out of 99, which is a colour match. I did. Thank you very much to Travis Fowler for finding this and getting this for me. It's the Dolph Premier Pink 1 of 49, which is a colour match, and it looks fantastic.
Really nice, yeah.
And I also got, and this is quite a while ago now, so the Bam Bam 1 of 1 Transcendent VIP Party 2019 from Topps. And I got that from Absolute Steal. I don't get why that was on for that price. And to be honest, I'm very... with prices these days, and I kind of mentioned this on the last time, you're either getting something really cheap or it's really expensive. Yeah. I'd more tend to say it's going with all the Prism stuff. It's going on the loopy, expensive side at the minute. But when we do get these, it feels so good to actually get something that's obviously worth a lot more than you're actually getting.
Can I just ask, with your Bam Bam, when you saw it at the price you paid, did you immediately just buy it now and buy it?
Didn't think about it.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about
That's
it. I did anything that I see where there is the price that I think, oh my god, I don't even think about it. I'm just, you have to get it.
Yeah,
that's it. Because otherwise, you run the risk of leaving it even for like a couple of minutes and then thinking about it, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. With things like this, so, yeah.
The one I think there was two that recently, and that was the same seller when he had the Alexa Bliss Rookie Cup Blue
and the Roman
Auto for like £60.
Yeah,
and he also had the Bobby the Brain from
Heritage, the TV screen one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember. It was definitely Heritage, I believe. I think it was Chrome.
Okay,
I'm not sure. I need to look it up. But anyway, they were both lovely. And I digressed on both of them and lost them. And I just think to myself, now, if I really want something, I'm just going to get it.
Do it, yeah.
Because you have to. You have to. But yes, so these things don't happen very often ATP. I think they happen more OTP than they do ATP.
Yeah.
But I think Panini's definitely changing that now. But I don't think half the cards that we're seeing with Panini are worth half the amount that they actually are. Like, people paying out ridiculous amounts of money for, like, out of 25s, really. And go back to the Topps world. That didn't really exist back then, did it? So, I don't know. So, two other things. I did do a Raz for NXT. I had Bron. I had two cover-offs because Bron has a dual auto for NXT. So I had Ciampa and I had, Legado. Oh, God, you know me with names. Santos's crew. Legado da Familia.
Del Fantasma or something.
Fantasma. Familia, Fantasma, whatever. So I had that crew. I did nothing with Bron other than base. I did nothing with Ciampa, but I did get Santos's lot, and I did quite well. I got base autos for Santos, Jacquin Wild. I got the out of 25 auto relic, which looks lovely. I think it's called the 2.0. The out of the 25s are called the 2.0, and it looks lovely. It really does. Got a nice bit of color on it, and the color of the card is 2.0 color. It's lovely. Not something I was hoping for, but I got it anyway, right? So happy days. And the last thing was I did need, because I'm still trying to sort out my collection. I've still got lots of bits and pieces coming still. So I needed to I was completely out of penny sleeves. I was like running out of top loaders. So I did I went to sports trading to get a few supplies, and I thought, while I'm there, their blasters for select had been reduced from 55 to 45.
Yeah, so
that's right.
So I thought, why not? I'll get one, see what happens. The first pack I pulled a Bron, red, white, and blue, and the Bron Mezzanine. And I literally remember looking at them, thinking, I'm not a greedy person. If this is all that I get, I'm happy. Like, anything, I could get whatever else. And then I pulled the John Cena elephant, Premier Elephant. I think it was in the third or the fourth pack. Yeah,
very well done.
So I'm going to have to eat shit now and go say, I love John Cena.
I love John Cena, I always have.
Fuck's sakes. But no, honestly, it's a lovely card as well. I do love that card. I'm going to be keeping the collection. I'm not selling it.
Are you going to get it slabbed or anything, or are you going to just hold it? What are you thinking?
I might do. I am inadvertently turning into the Noah of Select. I have 2 zebras, 2 elephants. I just need to get 2 tigers. I'm going fucking biblical on Select.
You're going to be in next episode with a nice beard.
You know what I mean? I'm going to have a big beard, shepherding.
Be pissing down with rain.
Oh man, I did find that funny thinking about that the other day. Actually, I was just like, "Oh God!" It's inadvertently. I didn't mean to do this. I have got my eyes on a few tigers as well, so that'll happen probably before the next one we do. So we'll see. But I think that'll be it for me with Select. To be honest, I've loved it. There's not much more I want to get out of it. I don't think. Not on the prices that they are. I think the prices of them are redonkulous still, to be honest. I think they've come down a bit, but I still think they're just ridiculous. So that's it from me. We'll go over to Chris.
Hello. So, as you said, Dave, not a massive week for me. I'll start off. So I bought a custom card from somebody you guys probably know, but the listeners might not. It's Kim Ream Cook, the card queen herself.
Okay.
So she was doing a charity card to help Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And I just thought it's a good cause. She seems like a really nice person. So I picked it up, and that has been delivered to my US mailbox. So yeah, just nice to, support someone trying to do something. It didn't seem like a lot of people were really helping out too much. So yeah, I just thought, you know what, I'm going to add it into my kind of major pod, Card Foundation podcast collection. And there you go. So yeah, thank you for that, Kim. I think I've already spoke about this one, the AEW match dated moments. I've already said what I pulled. So yeah, there was those. I did upload the video onto my YouTube channel. So if you want to see me pulling the gold MJF, you can. That is on there. It's only like a 20-second video, obviously. Bought some stickers, but again, we've kind of already spoken about that, so I won't talk too much. I bought 5 multi-packs and another album, as I said, just to try and get a few more. But I would probably say, I don't know, about 2/3 of the stickers that I got from these I already had. So my swaps pile has, doubled, tripled, so to speak. So yeah. What else do we get? I made a purchase from one of our listeners, which I think is one of the first times I've done this.
This is what I wanted to know about. You kept it secret.
Yeah, it's always nice to keep a little secret. So he had a load of the major pod cards, so he had a lot of autos.
Okay,
and these are really hard, like especially in this country, to get. But then at the same time, the market isn't really there because it's very, very niche. And these autos that he had were kind of like the supporting cast, you might say. So you had like Kinnick, David C. Anderson, Maven, TTD, these sorts of guys. So not guys that, unless you're really into the major pod stuff, you might not even know who they are.
Was Joe Shoes one of them?
No, Joe Shoes wasn't there.
For that.
I probably would have grabbed it if it was though. So.
Toilet paper.
Yeah, but
Shoes.
So yeah, added those, did a good deal, and then he also sent some little extras as well. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Matt. And then Jamie, our very own Jamie, when he was in the States, he got us. He got me an NXT hobby box, and he got us an Undisputed pack. I think we all got one of those, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, I forgot about that. I was gonna wait for Jamie to do his one on that one.
Okay. So, so I got that and 4 packs of Heritage as well, but nothing in the Heritage. So yeah, do you want me to wait?
I think.
Have you done yours?
I've opened.
Have you actually? Yeah. You've opened it. We don't.
No,
know
we don't.
yet,
No,
do
not
we?
at all. He's been very quiet.
So we'll wait. We'll wait until
the end. Yeah.
You wait until the end. Yeah.
That's it for purchases. Breaks wise, I haven't done any NXT breaks. I don't know why. There's just no one that I like overly PC in it. So I'm kind of. I've watched a few. I've watched quite a few. Just not got in for any. I did, however, jumped on a Whatnot break. They were doing, I think it was Select and Revolution. So I think total was about 30 odd packs. I bought 2 packs and I timed it so that it was like when an auto or like there'd been no sort of hit for a while.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I do it. I kind of try and play the odds on when the hit's going to come. So I waited, bought a pack and hit the Batista. So it was a Batista to 25 tie-dye auto. Sort of like a, as you said, crazy prices, but that at the moment has been selling anywhere between sort of $200 and $400. So it's quite a big card. And then I did it again, waited a little while, and then bought a pack, what I considered the right time. And I got I think it was like a J Uso relic, just like a base relic, but that was the other hit from the box. And then they did a giveaway as well, which I won, which was a Matt Cardona auto relic from Too Sweet Antiques. So yeah, I was kind of almost more happy with that than the Batista. So and I did get a couple of other wrestling related purchases. Do you guys know the chalk line shorts and jackets and things?
Yeah.
I picked up a couple of pairs of shorts, HBK and Razor Ramon.
Nice.
Because again, I found them at really cheap prices. So
they always do good deals as well, don't they?
And they're super comfortable to wear. So and do you guys? I don't know if I think I mentioned this in our group chat a couple of weeks ago. They brought out new Mattel retro figures. Did you see those? They had the Hart Foundation, Jimmy Hart, and someone else. But I bought 2 lots of those as well. So yeah, because the Hasbros, were like my childhood. So
yeah, mine too.
They look really good though as well. They look really accurate, don't they? They're really cool.
I'm really happy with the Jimmy Hart. I think that's a really cool one to add. They should have done him at first, but yeah, that's about it from me. What about your good self, Jamie?
Yeah, so obviously being in the States, I must have driven my poor dad mad, honestly. I was last time I went out, I was doing loads of Pokemon Go. This time round, it was all about wrestling cards. So we'll go through my purchase. So I had all my stuff stashed up there that I get all mailed to him, basically. So I had like 4 boxes worth of bubble wrap jiffy bags I had to unpack on my first day to go through what was there and what was missing. A little bit gutted. A couple of the packages actually had things missing out of them that should have been part of an order. So I had to then go back through eBay and sort of try and see if it was too late to put a sort of complaint in a bit. So that is what it is. But yeah, went through and done my purchases and went through those, which is all good. And then we went round to like 6 or 7 different Targets trying to find blasters. And you know what? The struggle is real. There's lots of everything else, but no wrestling. We went to Walmarts, Targets, Mayors, all these sorts of places. Every time we saw one, I said, Dad, can we just put in there quickly, sort of thing, So
lots of hockey,
lots of hockey, and lots of Premier League as well, and Champions League.
Amazing. That's really cool though. Like for English football to be so prominent over in the States. Great.
Yeah. So but no, I say hardly any wrestling at all. So whether or not that's just the same thing that people would go in and clearing them out, or not entirely sure. So didn't get any blasters, but as I went to a proper hobby store. So it was a small chain. So big shout out to AJ's Collectibles. They've got 3 stores in Wisconsin. So we went to a couple of those branches. The first shop didn't have any NXT, but I picked you guys up some of those individual packs, and I picked up a pack of Undisputed myself. And also they had other packs of like Select. They had like 1 pack of Select left, and he wanted $25 for the last pack. I was like, you know what? Do I do the hit? Do I take the risk? And I did. I still just done the risk anyway. Took the last pack. Nothing in there. No, sadly, just all base cards really. But again, what? I don't really know where the hits are within that box. You don't know if someone's already gone through them or ever really. So I've got.
I'm always wary about singles because, as you say, you just don't know.
Yeah.
But how could you know? You know what I mean? Like. It's just mental to
with
me,
Select as well. They put a lot of fillers in, didn't they? So that kind of helps us out a little bit on buying singles. So.
And I think they had other packs in there, but I didn't get anything else from that store. But then the second store we went to, the Friday, was the NXT day. So I picked up a hobby box myself. I picked Chris up. Obviously, you bought a box as well. and I had a 10% discount code. So really, with our conversion, it worked out less than 50 quid, pretty much, like 56 quid or something.
Really good. Yeah.
So that was really good. And they actually opened a box up there to sell packs at that time as well, a fresh hobby box, and they were doing them for $3 a pack. So I actually bought 6 packs, and I just picked 6 random packs. Didn't get anything out of those, but again, you think a fresh box, you might as well just take a punt and see what happens, really, you know?
Yeah.
So, out of the hobby box hits from that, I've got a Drew McIntyre auto, unnumbered, and I also got a Drew McIntyre green parallel out that as well, which was numbered, I think. Can't remember what number it was now, but yeah, it's out of 199, I think. And I've got a Shayna Blazer numbered out of there. So, yeah, not bad. You know what? Not a bad hobby box at all. I'm quite happy with that. And again, the price point of this for $75, if you haven't picked up box, well worth taking a hit. It feels quite nice in the hand, really, and I was really happy with that. So, and then match day moments, we've mentioned those. I picked some of those up. The Red Wave Panini tally. So, I've now gone for the Red Wave Prison.
This needs to be in Jamie's corner.
Honestly, well, obviously, I hadn't gone through what Dad had delivered to him, so I'd gone through all that stuff. So my current total, I thought I was a bit lower than this, but I'm not. So I've got 125 to go. So a little bit higher than I thought. But again, you know, I'm chopping them down.
But it's still amazing. Yeah, you've done really well.
I did see that Gigi Dolan, is it Dolan or Dolan? I don't know how you pronounce it, but apparently her price is going through the roof, isn't it? People are now starting to get onto that train.
I think so, yeah.
So I actually paid $8 for her Red Wave just because I don't want the same to happen what's happened with Alexa Bliss, where I'm now priced out.
Good shout, yeah.
So you know what, I've got onto that now, even if it doesn't happen, at least I know I've got it. So
yeah.
125 to go. I'll keep you an update every couple of weeks to let you know how we're doing. And misses. I haven't done any misses for a long time, but obviously being unwell last week and travelling, I did have a couple of misses, sadly. So there was an Umaga Heritage auto come up, which doesn't come up. So this is from like the 2007 set, I think. So Umanga.
Oh, manga.
And it was a pretty clean auto, but I missed that. I think that went for about $140, $150. But I was looking at that for a little while and was quite keen maybe putting the trigger on that. And another Alexa Bliss rookie Atomic from the Chrome 2015 come up. Again, I need to get this. I'm down to like the final 7 of this 2015 Atomic set. And they're all the big hitters like Hogan and Alexa Bliss and like the ones that are going to cost me money. Yeah. Again, when they come up, I'll try and go for them. I went in for 110 and it went for 126. And I think I probably would have gone to like 130 or something and then pulled out. So again, missed it because I was unwell. So again, they do crop up. But yeah, so that is it really. A fairly quiet week.
And you missed a Veer as well.
Oh, yeah, that was yesterday. I forgot about that. Yes, it went on my list. So there was, I don't know if you guys see, I know these cropped up before, but Veer signs his autos with his real name and then crossed it out. And actually one was on ATP Bay this week with a crossed out auto.
He did an Omos. That's what Omos did as well, didn't he?
Yeah. But that went for $6.50, like £6.50.
Wow.
Crazy.
I wish that was a big miss. I kind of would have paid a lot more for that because that is a hell of a like error to just have in the collection just to stare at.
Yeah.
And one more thing, actually, I picked up a base set for like £5 for Topps Champions 2011, which is sort of a bit like the action set that came out. It's like there's no imagery on the front; it's just like the picture, but there's no text. So I picked up the base set for that for nothing, just to go in the PC for the base set. So
nice.
Yeah, not a bad week at all. Just quickly before we move on, Chris, that's something I was going to mention. You bought some cards from that shop, didn't you? Bought some base sets and bits and pieces. Did you open any of those boxes like Space Jam and stuff, or you left it all sealed?
No, I'm keeping the Space Jam one sealed.
Okay, no, I just wondered. I didn't speak to you about it. So
I might buy another one to open it.
Okay,
but yeah, I went crazy on that site, and yeah,
yeah. No, I wondered if you were going to keep them sealed.
A lot.
I did look
£200.
Did you really? I'll tell you, there's nice bits and pieces on there. So
there really is, yeah. And just going back to, do you guys want to know what I got in my Undisputed?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, we'll go.
What did you guys get, Dave? You got a Bianca Redemption.
I got 2 things. I got a Lex Luger out of 99, which
Purple.
I like. Purple.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got a redemption of a Bianca Belair. Second time now I've got this. You spin to win, right? But I don't mind. I like Bianca, and I'll get it eventually, no doubt.
Yeah, I got a out of 49 relic It was Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair from WrestleMania, the lockdown WrestleMania. But I handpicked these packs. It was a nearly full box. And he was like, they're $40 a pack. And you think, actually, $40 a pack, this is well worth a punt. And we all bought a pack each, didn't we?
Yeah.
But again, I went through, a bit like you said, like see which ones felt heavier, which ones felt like they didn't have filler in them and stuff like that, and sort of go from there. So,
Because, with these, the ones that are in the gold frames, you can really tell
the weight of
which
them.
ones they are.
They're quite large, aren't they?
It. So I got a Xavier Woods to 99 as well. So that's the purple one. And then it couldn't be anyone else, could it? It just couldn't be anyone else. It's our boy. It's Kofi.
Oh, mate.
Kofi. Massive on-card auto. Number to 199. So it had to be. If Jamie was buying it, it could only be Samoa Joe or Kofi.
Samoa Joe or Kofi.
I kind of wish I'd maybe bought a couple more of those packs. You just don't know, do you, really?
No,
I was debating about it, but I'm very skeptical on single packs because I think it's very hit or miss. I think, and I've missed so much on singles. But I think the general experience though, going to a hobby shop and picking packs and boxes and just rifling through their singles boxes and stuff, I was in my element. I spent hours going through the singles boxes, pushing kids out the way to get to the front. Get out of the way. No, it's all good. But not a bad week at all for me. Cool. All right. So before I move on, actually, I just 2 shout-outs I've got throughout mine. Tommy, thank you, Tommy, for sending me some cards. Sent me my Dolph 299 from Select, which was lovely of him. And I think shout-out to Bruno as well from BCB Breaks or BC Breaks. I mean, what he does one of those breaks is absolutely phenomenal, to be honest. And the one he's done 3 case breaks for NXT, and each one is about an hour and a half plus long. Jesus. And the amount of concentration he's got while doing a case of them, because a lot of them are the same stuff over and over again.
There's a lot of cards in a box as well.
Gotcha.
I applaud him for doing it. I mean, I know he's making money and stuff like that, but what he's doing on there, for me, I think is absolutely... his prices for pick your wrestlers on
spot on, aren't they? I think they are.
I think they're very reasonable. Yeah. I very rarely go, but I think they're very good. I think they're very, very good. And I think he does an amazing job. So massive shout out to Bruno. Don't really know the guy personally, but I do think he needs more love than he actually gets, I think, to be honest. Anyway, let's move on to our top 5. So it's rookies this week, but it's rookies that you would like to have, we believe you should have in your PC, or which we have in our PC.
Yeah,
some of them
not like current guys, really. No. Is it?
Your dream rookies as such as well, isn't it? Really,
you could, but
I think that because I have put some prospecting in there as well. So for me personally, it's 50-50 with you can do prospecting and you can do the dream rookies, but if you're prospecting, 99 times out of 100 it's not going to come to fruition, right? So if you're putting someone on there, they've got to be kind of established anyway, because otherwise it's just random, right?
Yeah.
So I've got me down to go first, and I think I can probably fly through these, to be honest, because I think I've talked about them at length for a long time. So number 5 is Wardlow, Upper Deck AEW 2021. You all know how much I love this card. I think it's going to be an absolute monster in the future. I do think they've Batista'd him at the mid card in AEW, and I really think that he's killed most of his momentum. They really need to pull their thumb out their asses with getting him back on track again. But the thing is, same thing with Batista. It's what do you do with this guy? Because you can't give him a long run at the title because he's going to destroy everyone at the, to get to the title. When you give him the title, you need to put him in storylines.
Yeah, and half decent title defenses as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So which leads on to my number 4, which is Bron Breakker, which I think they've done an amazing job with him as being a champion, to be honest. And give it a couple of months ago, these two probably would have been the other way round. But Bron Breakker, he's like literally number 1 on my PC list at the minute. He's fantastic. He's a proper. He's got all the pedigree, and I think he's got everything going for him, to be honest. So the Bron Breakker Panini WWE Prism 2022. That in those parallels for that card. I mean, that card in itself is probably worth $10, but in its the parallels are just going for mega money, and I think they will just grow and grow and grow as he becomes an established star on the main roster. And I can easily see him going on the main roster.
Can you imagine what he's going to be like at his first Mania or something like that? Like those rookie cards are going to go mental, aren't they? Or his first title win.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, massively. I'm trying to that's his rookie card. Panini 2022 Prism is his rookie card.
Yeah,
but the rookie year cards as well, even the NXT ones, they've all been brilliant. Yeah. He's changed up his auto now as well, so it does actually say Bron Breakker and it's not a squiggle anymore.
Much needed. Yeah.
Yeah, it does look a bit like Bianca Belair.
But does it mean though that his first couple of autos from like Select and things are going to be worth more in the future because it's like before
maybe because like Cena autos when he's John Cena, they attract a hell of a price now, don't they? The early autos
kind of done the other way round, hasn't he? But like where his auto started off pretty crappy and then got better.
Yeah, it is a squiggle.
But still, you never know. It might make it a rarer item.
I do think so. I think the sky's the limit with this guy. Yeah. I really do. I think the sky's the limit with both of them if they're handled correctly going forward. Yeah. But they're the two prospects I have. My top 3 are not prospects at all. So number 3, I'm not a big fan of having people on lists twice for some reason in my mind. Like I've had her on a list before. But I had to have her on this list. And I think on the Mega 5, she has to be on there somewhere, and that's Alexa Bliss. Topps Chrome 2015. Yeah. It's the biggest card, woman's card that there is out there, right?
Well, we just spoke about this with me going after it. That price, if I pulled the trigger on it when I should have done, it would have been next to nothing. Yeah. But now, unbelievable price on that card. And the rarer parallel is just getting harder and harder to get,
It's crazy, and testament to the amount of support that she has, and even though that she has had pretty much nothing to do for the last 2 years now, prices are still massively high. I think they come down a bit, but not with a rookie card. A rookie card will always be high. Yeah. Number 2 is Bret Hart Opishi 1987. For me, it's the most perfect rookie card there is out there. It's stupid to say that because the bordering is the Star Spangled Banner. You know what I mean? It's an American card and he's Canadian and it shouldn't work, but it does. The picture's amazing of him. For me, it's the perfect rookie card. And as well, it's difficult to get as well because obviously it comes with a bubble gum and a lot of destruction on those cards. You know what I mean? So it's definitely one to have for me in the PC. And number 1, I don't think it could have been anyone else. And that's Hulk Hogan Wrestling All-Stars 1982. It goes for mega money. It's the best rookie card of all time in my view. Nothing comes near it. I mean, the prices of them, it's slabbed, are just going up and up and up on a daily basis, it seems. So, yeah, that's mine. That's my 5. Chris?
Right. I could have done a top 20 of this.
It's so tough, isn't it?
So many on the list. And I think you're going to touch on it at the end, aren't you, Dave? But there are some real notable guys who've just missed out. And I was using the stupidest reasons to not include them. But yeah, I've kind of done a similar to yourself, Dave, where there's a few in here that I won't talk too much about because you've just spoken about them. But at my number 5, I've got MJF. I would say, for me personally, it would be one of the AEW releases. It's his first pack pulled. there's different parallels, there's autos, there's everything. But I would say if you've got the all-in card, if you've got the Jim Lynam or the Jim Lynam, can't say it, or the GCW, then they're all going to have that rookie. You could write rookie logo in the title for any of them on eBay, and you'd be fine.
I'll keep typing in Des Lynam every time I try and look on my eBay. I'll put Des Lynam NJF and like on eBay, and nothing comes up. I have no idea why this thing coming up. Like, what the hell's happening?
There's so many people now thinking, who the fuck is Des Lynam? He's an old sporting presenter from Match of the Day. BBC from years ago.
The Des Lynam Memorial Cup coming to NXT Europe soon.
The big mistake.
But yeah, if you're looking to get one of these, I personally would go for like the yellow, or do you know what I mean? The pyro, the dynamites, the finisher, something like that. Just to have something in your collection, because I think unlike Dave, I'm a big MJF guy, and I think he's going to be the hottest thing in 5-10 years time. I still think he'll be right up there.
I picked up loads of the rainbow foils for that MJF card as well, just because they're a pretty good price at the minute as well. So I've hoarded quite a few of those.
At number 4, I've gone for the Undertaker 91 Classic card. It's a weird one, this one, because it was so like that release was so like widely available that there's so many of them, but because it was like that, there are so many around that are just in dog shit condition. Like, I can't believe sometimes when you see them on eBay and they're trying to get these ridiculous prices for them, and I'm like, dude, it looks like shit. Yeah. Like, you can't, like, I get that it's the Undertaker's rookie, whatever, but you can't charge what you're trying to charge for it. You're never going to sell it. Yeah. I don't know if any of you guys know a bit more about this than me, but he's not sign. Well, he is signing them, isn't he? But he's like autograph signings, but he's charging. He
isn't signing any 91 himself if you bring one to him, but he is selling signed ones that are slabbed on his merch desk for like a ridiculous amount of money.
I've seen him in like 3-4 months. I don't like that at all. It put me off the Undertaker, and it put me off whoever's managing him or whatever.
But he's now moved back to 92, hasn't he? So he's now stopped signing any 91 and 92 cards.
Wow.
Because obviously, that's now people are getting 92s because they can't afford the 91s.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah.
The crazy thing is, right, this, and I say this as a potential, this should be on the Mega 5, but I don't think it will be on the Mega 5. But it should be on the Mega 5. But all the shit around it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just, it's gone mad. Yeah. And it's just not right. It's just, no. Sour taste in the mouth all
that's
around.
It.
That's
the feeling I've got. Because I own this card, but it's my one from when I was a kid. And it is, like I said, it is in dog shit condition. So, you know what I mean? But I would like to be able to get that signed. And I'm going to, do you know what I mean? Imagine taking it to him and going, look at it. Do you know what I mean? It's my one from when I was a kid. I'm not going to sell it for whatever. But so as Dave said, it leaves sort of a cloudy thing around it. So, but yeah, it's still an iconic card. A lot of people know about it. But yeah, my number 3 is Roman Reigns, best of 2013. I guess you could say, like, realistically, I was looking at the auto version of the card. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I don't know why, I just prefer his auto in this one to his later auto. It just seems a little bit nicer.
Yeah. It's more rounded, isn't it?
Rounded and, just a bit more elegant. And I just think going forward, it's going to be a real big card. If he keeps going the way he's going and, becomes more of an actor or whatever, tries to emulate The Rock, then it could be a real big one.
I think a bit like Take as well, like that 2014 auto as well. I think eventually will be the one that people go to when they can't afford the 2013.
Can't afford it.
I think that's where we're going to be going with that. So yeah.
And you got to shout out the other Hounds of Justice before you move on as well.
There's just Seth Rollins in there on the Shield, if I remember. If I was seeing these,
it's only
Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns on, if I remember. Yeah,
who that other guy is?
No.
Who's the other guy? I can't remember.
I don't know exactly.
I'll double check my Panini set, but I'm pretty sure there's only 2 of them there.
There's only 2 of them. Yeah.
I will say with the Roman as well. Obviously, there is the Roman leaky card from the FCW set. Again, if you've got that card, fucking well done, because that's a hard card to find. And that's his true rookie. I guess it's a similar situation to the MJF thing, but it's not pack pulled. So,
it's hard. We're going to have a conversation about this at some point, because there's a difference between, in my view, pre-rookies and mainline rookies.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
and it's kind of clear from mine how I'm thinking on it, and I think everyone's a little bit different, but yeah.
Oh, don't get me wrong. These lists this week is the eye of the beholder, right? It's like it's your list.
Yeah.
It don't matter like what the world thinks, because so many people don't actually have a rookie card, because nobody can decide which one it is. So,
so my number 2 is the same as Dave. Was your number 2 Bret Hart?
Yep.
So mine's Bret Hart as well. I've put Bret Hart tops though. I didn't put O-Peachy. What was there a big difference? I know, are they exactly the same, or was it just where they were released?
I thought it was the O-Peachy.
I thought it was. Is it? I don't know. I thought it was the tops.
Oh dear. Well, 1 second.
While you look into that, So
yeah. Sorry,
there's the card.
I might have put it down wrong.
No, I think that they were exactly the same release, but I think O-Peachy, was it Australian or something? And
I think I think you might be right there. I think Tops is the European, wasn't it?
European and American, yeah. Something like that. Obviously we've addressed before, I have the box, the Tops 87 box I still haven't opened. So I've potentially got a Bret Hart rookie, but yeah.
I think you've done the right thing there as well. I think open at this point, there's no point. Like, just hold it as it is now, in that knowledge you've got a sealed box.
If it goes crazy at some point, I'll probably cash out and then use the money to buy it. But, in my opinion, it's a card that's becoming more and more, like Dave said, it's like the perfect rookie card. It's just becoming more and more sought after. He's just the man. And my number 1, again, is the same as Dave's. It's the Hogan Wrestling All-Stars 82. I don't actually have any desire myself to own the card, other than for like monetary gain. I don't remember that Hogan almost. Do you know what I mean? It's a little bit, it's sort of 5-6 years before my time. I'm more of a Hulkamaniac than anything. But it is, in my opinion, it's the biggest card in wrestling. It's like it's already I think it's broken a record recently, and I think it will be the first one to your first sort of $1 million card, so to speak.
Yeah.
It's I was thinking about Hogan rookies and things. One thing that I'd never thought about until researching all of this was, does he have like a Hollywood Hulk Hogan rookie? And then I looked into it a little bit, and I found, I think it's his Hollywood Hulk Hogan one is from the WCW versus NWO strategy guide, which is like a Prima video game strategy guide that you had like the perforated cards in,
and they're really hard to come by, the ones in strategy guides.
I can't find them anywhere. No. And I'm messaging sellers, and they're always gone, or the seller doesn't get back to me, and really struggling because I loved those games. So I really, really want to get a hold of them. So if you're listening and you have any of these cards, then hit me up.
I think there's the WrestleMania game as well had the same thing. Prima put together some cards. And they're only in like the Best Buy versions of the strategy guide.
Wow. So even
and like it has a stick on the front, contains trading cards, like, and it's perforated inside. Yeah. But my God, to try and get hold of those is insane, really.
That's it. So the only pack pulled one I think is from Oh no, so he had a card in a pin as well. So he had like a pin badge with a Hollywood Hulk Hogan card that's dated 97. But then it's the 98 Topps cards where it is the first one I could find where it's like a pack pulled Hollywood Hulk Hogan one. And then he's got a third one, really, because he's got the Mr. America living set rookie, because I'm going to say that's the Mr. America rookie. So he's just thought it was a little fun fact that he's got basically free rookie cards, But yeah, so that's my top 5.
So
it's Topps and a PC, right?
Okay.
So,
it's same thing, I think. Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. I think we're going to, in the Mega 5, I'll go in a bit more detail with mine, but I'm a bit on the same with you there, Chris, with that Hogan. Like, for me, I didn't include the Hogan on my list purely because that's not the Hogan I recognise. Had that been a little bit later and would have been Hogan's rookie with the red and white, then I think for me that would have been on the list a bit more, but that particular Hogan isn't sort of the Hogan that I'm familiar with as such, so I didn't include it.
And this is about your own list, right?
I kind of tried to incorporate a little bit of both, so a little bit of like money terms and rarity and my own personal stuff, so a little bit of everything.
Thing is, like, it all depends on with Hogan as well. It's if you're really familiar about his early years as well. Like, because I remember Hogan being this Hogan. I was born in 81, this is an 82 card, but I do remember growing up with Hulk Hogan before the
red and yellow,
drink your vitamins.
See, whereas I don't know. That's,
Yeah. So I do remember it being like that. I have a different opinion on the cards themselves. I don't really like them, but and there's a lot of fakes out there as well.
Yeah, that's true.
But personally, here's what it is.
Sorry, no, it's fine. About the All-Star, it's about the forgeries and stuff. Would you guys ever buy a sort of a copy of it just to have a look at what they look like in hand, even though they're copies, or would you just not bother at all? Because you can pick them up. Obviously, that's nothing to.
If I had the money, I'd buy it outright. I would not buy a forgery of it. I wouldn't have it in my PC. There's no point. But it's far too much money, personally.
I've done it with Pokemon cards. I bought a couple of fake Pokemon cards for my son.
Charizards. I've got 50 Charizards in the back.
They're all not shadow ones, honestly. They're all good. They're all real.
Well, it's just because my kid wanted them. I'm like, dude, I'm not paying like these crazy prices. I found someone who did some cool customs and
job done. Right, shall I run through my top 5 then? So I've done mine a little bit differently. So although I've gone for ones to have, I've also gone for ones that I would like as well. So I've gone for a slightly different angle. So my number 5, I've gone for the Hardy Boys rookie auto from the SmackDown set. That first card of those really is the Hardy Boys, with Michael Hayes there and stuff. A nice on-card auto. So I've put that as number 5. I don't expect that to appear on the Mega 5, but I think that's a card for me. That was like the first auto I ever went after, being a big Hardy PC. So that was on there. Number 4, the Royal Rumble 02 set. Obviously, people now make this out to be the real iconic future set to get with the Ortons and Batistas. But I've included the John Cena on this. I think the Cena is going to be a hard card to get in the years to come as more and more people get this graded. And I think at this point now, you're going to get a lot that aren't in particularly bad condition. They're all going to be it's a fairly new card, isn't it, still, really? Although I say it's 20 years old, but Jesus Christ. But again, I think
relatively.
Yeah, relatively. I think they seem to be in pretty good condition. You can, that is gaining more and more traction, that Cena card. So Cena, 100% got to be on there, really.
For me, 2 things with it, though. One, it should be worth more than it actually is, considering he is this generation's Hulk Hogan, right? It should be worth a lot more than it actually is. It shouldn't be gaining traction. It should be.
It should be there now, yeah.
I do not understand why it's not. And I think, Chris, because we were talking about this while Jamie, you were away slightly, like with regarding the 2002. Shout out to the 2002 set for having those like Brock Lesnar's, Batistas and Ortons in it. It's amazing. But the card itself isn't that great.
No.
It's it's black bordering in it. It's
weird pattern on it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
So,
but it should be better than it actually is. Like with money, the amount of respect that it gets, I just don't think it does.
With the Cena as well, it's the image for me. I'm not keen on. Like, I feel like if it was a different image, it might be worth more.
Yeah.
I don't know. Potentially.
It's really early Cena as well. It's like that B2 is his sort of tag team partner era Cena, isn't it?
Christ, there's going back. Yeah.
B squared.
But it just doesn't compute in my. But the thing is, it's all of those boys like Orton, Brock. They're all around the same price point.
Yeah.
Like it's just there's no love for it, and they deserve an honourable mention if or not they're top 5 worthy. But honourable mention. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just a bit of a heads up for anyone. Obviously, I pack pulled this years ago, but I'd imagine now the finish on these cards are going to be a bit like those WCW cards. Like they're going to be stuck together a little bit. They've got that same sort of shiny finish on them. So if you are getting packs, just be careful and be aware and ask people where they've been stored really, because you don't want to get them. They'll be sort of pulled apart really. So Cena number 4. Now, this one is a bit of an obscurity in number 3. Tony Vella and myself really rate this promo card set. So, Comic Images basically lost the license at the beginning of 2000, and there was going to be the first ever Divas set due out, and they released a promo set of 8 images that were going to be featured in this Divas set. And Tony thinks there's probably less than 8 of these promo sets actually out there in the public domain. And one of them includes a Trish Stratus promo card, which is part of the Diva set. Now, I'll put this on here because this is her true rookie. I think if there's more about there, people would be clambering up for this a lot more than they have her current rookie. But I'll put this on here just for rarity, really, that there's probably less than a single figure of this actually in existence. So, yeah, Trish Stratus 2000 promo at number 3. Now, the next one, number 2, I'll put the ECW video cards because it's got rookies of pretty much all your ECW alumni. So Taz, Sandman, Raven, Tommy Dreamer, all these kind of guys. So that's at number 2. Again, another set that
I rate that. I
love those cards.
Yeah, and they get honestly, a load of people go after them. As well,
100%.
Right? Yeah, Tommy being one, Johnny being another.
Yeah,
they love them.
And myself included. Like I still look out on the Japanese eBay sort of sites and stuff that you can get these, see if you can get the tapes to see if you actually get the cards. A lot of people are going after these, and these are going to go up in price. ECW will always be, well known regardless, won't it? Ultimately, with the star power of the people, everyone wants them just because they're ECW.
Yeah, 100%.
And they were the only ECW cards, really, weren't they? The rest of them were sort of figure cards and stuff, weren't they? Yeah. Such a short window.
And they had so much merch, like ECW, their games. Do you know what I mean? Why would you? Should have done
pretty
cards,
crazy.
Yeah.
So, ECW rookies for all those guys. That's my number 2. And my number 1, I'll put the Ric Flair All-Stars down as 82 as well. Again, that 82 set is just like the who's who of wrestling stars, isn't it, really?
An honourable mention to the 83 set as well. Because it's both. I mean, lesser so the 83, but Jake is in the 83. But both of them gunning. Yeah. It's the golden age, isn't it, really? If you think about it, it's the golden age of wrestling cards.
But something I never knew about, I don't know if you guys know, were these pack pulled or were they not pack pulled cards?
I believe they're pack pulled.
Yeah, I didn't know what the real background is. There's sort of a set I know about, but I don't know the real ins and outs of them. But yeah, Ric Flair, I've put the Ric Flair card in just because the Hogan isn't the Hogan I know as such. And I think Ric Flair looks like the peak Ric Flair, like the long blonde hair and everything. It just like epitomizes wrestling of that era for me. And it's Ric Flair and the Ric Flair, So, my number 1 is that card, basically.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay,
nice.
Cool. So, honourable mentions wise, we have to put in our boy Kurt Angle.
Yes.
From Comic Images No Mercy 2000. I think he was on a precipice of being, like, I could have easily included him. He was one of my number 1s on there for a while with regarding I need to add him in. And I just, it's a difficult one because, like, that image and that card, it came out so quickly after he joined WWF, right? So
within a few months, really,
Yeah, it's a difficult one. And the comic images, WWF Superstars 1998. I mean, that had pretty much everybody attitude era-wise. They're rookies, right? They're mainstream rookies. So, yeah, big shout out to that one as well. Any others I've missed?
I think some of these like future ones, like ones to watch out for, that we mentioned earlier in the show about like Solo and stuff like that. Like, you know, these prospecting guys, like take a punt on someone. Like if you can pick their card up for a couple of dollars, then just grab them. There's no harm. You know, I wouldn't be spending. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but spending hundreds of money, hundreds of dollars on a card, but you don't know if this star's going to do anything, is a bit of a gamble, really, isn't it? At that point in time.
The thing is, for me, prospecting, I mean, we can cover this on the show. Prospecting for me is kind of a myth within wrestling because 99.9% of the time, none of these guys do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're paying money, quite good, big money sometimes, for a guy or girl that potentially has got no future in front of them at all. I know that's a big thing within, sports as well, and X, Y, and Z, it's the thing. But does it really, I don't want to cover it now. We could go on for hours talking about it, but it's definitely something for the future with regarding, is prospecting a myth in wrestling?
I think there's a lot to speak about on it as well. Yeah.
I think it's a lot tougher if that person's got no real say in where their career goes. It's different if you're a footballer and it's like your ability gets you going up and up and up. Yeah. But you're not really the one in control, are you, really? No. So anyway, one for another day, I think.
It's one for another day, but and this is why I was kind of hesitant to put prospects on the list. But they're ones that I want in my list. So
yeah, and I feel like the ones you picked are still, even though they're prospects, they're kind of already a little bit proven just by looking at them.
They're on the right direction.
Going in the right
direction.
Know what I mean? Yeah. I've got one quick one that I don't like personally, but I was on my kind of, it's a big card, I suppose. Is the Rock Cardinal game? I hate it. I don't know. I just don't like it. No, not a fan. But I appreciate that it is within wrestling cards. It's a sought after card, and
I always check charity shops all the time for those board games as well. Yeah, you never know, do you? Like you could just stumble in there and there's the trivia games in there.
Yeah, it's a great shout.
So there you go. That's a little top tip for the day.
Right, let's megafy that.
Okay.
Countdown clock.
3, 2, 1. Seconds. That went quick, didn't it? Quicker every week, isn't it?
It did go very quick. Yeah, I know. It's rush past. Thing is, I think we all know what's going to be number one. What really should be number one.
Yeah, I think 1 and 2. You guys have had the same 1 and 2, so I don't think we have to debate that at all, do we? Does that stay like that?
Well, we did do this for Chrome, right? And we did put the All-Stars 1982. Sorry, we did the Chrome pack and also Alexa Bliss as separate.
Could you do it with this, I suppose, with the 82
Should
set?
We do it?
I don't know.
It's like a King of Rookies, the 82 set.
Yeah, there are so many in it,
Because I think it should be Hogan as number one. I think 82 as a list potentially is number 2.
I think imagine you had a box of 82 and you had a 9, 8 Hogan slabbed. I think this Hogan slab goes for more than the box. Because it's because it's been slabbed, because it's been graded. But so I'm fine with either, but yeah.
I I agree with what you guys want to be doing with this. Really, like,
I think we'll go for the 82 Hogan. I don't think we'll do the box because if we did the box as well, we won't have Roman in there, and I think Roman needs to be in there.
Fine, let's stick Hogan in there, and honourable mention to the rest of the class of 82, like your Terry Funks and your Ric Flairs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm going to propose 1 Hogan, 2 the Bret Hart, 3 Roman, 4 Alexa Bliss, 5 the ECW cards. Or ECW cards and Alexa Bliss the other way around. I still think I think Roman has to be up there. He hasn't been on our list at all, really, has he?
No.
That much.
No.
And I just think there's so much, like, he's that level, basically. And his cards go for quite a lot of money. You know?
I would toss Alexa Bliss out of the list in favour for the Royal Rumble 02 set rookies. Just to put the spanner in the works. I think that going down the line, I think Bliss, okay, the value may go up on her, but I think she's reaching this cap where that is now really at the top it's going to be. I can't see her really going up into the thousands and thousands, where I can see a lot of the Rumble set going up and up over the years, you know? I don't think necessarily with Orton and stuff, I don't think.
You can't have the set, but you can't really have the set. No. It has to be Cena or
Brock.
Batista and Brock as a foursome, really, don't you? I was just trying to think of anyone else I missed on that set.
There's probably quite a few randomers in there.
But there's those four,
they're the
right?
big ones,
those are the four pillars. You know
Sean Stasiak or something.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he had a card as
meat, yeah.
That
was his Stasiak rookie and his meat rookie.
His meat rookie.
All right, Chris.
I don't know. I feel like you might have hit the nail, Dave. I think it goes Hogan. I had Hogan, then Flair, then Bret Hart.
Okay.
Then I don't know. ECW Roman Reigns. There you go. But it's. I'm not sure.
I'm happy with that as well. I'm happy to put Flair in number 2 because, like, to be honest, to be very brutally honest, I did have Flair as it was either Flair or Hogan. I've never been a big Flair person though, but I do appreciate what he's done, and obviously the importance of his card.
Just say though, I appreciate that the Royal Rumble set is a big set. I feel like if you were doing like top rookie years or sets or something, that is number 1, number 2, number 3. Yeah. But I just think with individual cards, I just don't like the John Cena one. So, do you know what I mean? I get it.
Well, I think maybe that could be a top 5 for the future, like top 5 rookie card sets. So you could have the 82 as a set, the Royal Rumble as a set. Yeah. You could work through
2013.
Yeah,
you could have.
So, but that could be another.
I think on its own. I think, but on its own, with regarding. If we had to choose between Roman and we had to choose between anyone in the 2002 Royal Rumble, I still have Roman above all of them for potential.
Oh, definitely.
True. Yeah.
Potential money, current money. I think he's going to blow everything out of the water. So, okay, I think, all right, Hogan 1, Flair 2. Massive honourable mention to 82 and 83 because there's so many that we could choose from. We could choose the whole pack, like everything. Bret Hart, Opishi, and Tops, 87 and 3. Roman and 4. And the ECW cards.
5. Which defined the only card set that the ECW really had.
Yeah. I do think that's... I'm happy with that. It's a shame we haven't got a woman in this list, though, but I understand. But I do think there's massive honourable mention to both Trish and Alexa, because you're on the cusp of this. They're definitely within the top 10, right? Yeah, so definitely. It's
well, technically Beulah is an ECW set with Tommy Dreamer, and that's her rookie.
Yeah, true.
So there you go.
True. True. There is one.
Okay, so Mega 5 then. There you go. That's not a bad Mega 5.
Yeah. That's good. It's good. It's good.
In the books. Well,
Right, job done.
Yeah, well done, guys. Well done, guys. All right, let's go over to Big Topic. So, Big Topic today is Panini WWE NXT 2.0. So, who wants to go through them? Who's done the most of these? I think, to be honest, Chris, you've opened yours, haven't you?
No.
Are you keeping yours sealed?
Jamie?
No. So, no. I genuinely haven't had any time to myself. The past 2 weeks, my missus is doing nights. I have it. I think I'm going to open it tonight. I have watched a lot of it opened.
Yeah.
And I will just say straight off the bat, you said there, am I going to keep it sealed? I'm not going to keep this one sealed, but I am I'm going to pick up 2 more, I think, to keep one of them sealed, because I think this could be the only NXT 2.0 release.
Well, it's got to be 100%. Yeah,
it's got to be. Yeah, if it's done now.
Well, there won't be any more NXT UK cards at all. This is it, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah. So I'd like to keep one sealed and just sit on it and see what happens.
The last of the Vince era. This is pretty much, isn't it?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, the swan song, basically, isn't it? So, all right, cool. Well, Jamie, take us through it. You're the only person who's actually ripped it.
Yeah.
So I love this set. I love the price point. I think for what you get, the number of packs, it's in line with what hobby boxes once were and what I think they really should be. Also, the premium ones obviously attract more, but for a normal hobby box, $75 there or thereabouts, I'm pretty happy with that.
Like a paper card release.
Yeah, you know like a normal card release, you know?
Yeah.
And you got a nice hit and an auto in there. The autos, on the whole, I know there's a couple of stickered autos, but most of them are on card autos as well. 24 packs in a box, so you get pretty much, I haven't gone through in order yet, but I think I've pretty much got nearly a base set, I'd imagine, judging by the amount of cards.
Yeah.
So, really, really pleased with it. The imagery is pretty good throughout. I think, again, there's some recycled images from the stickers on there, and you'll find as you rip through there, Chris.
I've seen that. Yeah.
We called that as well.
We did,
we said that last time. We said, because we knew from the stickers what kind of they were going to. But there's some different ones.
Yeah, there's a few definitely.
There's definitely.
But there was also some that are exactly the same.
Yeah.
For instance, Tiffany Stratton. I would say she's exactly the same, and that would have been one that I would have liked to have seen something different with. She's not. She's been on TV enough to do more stuff. So yeah. But yeah, really, really cool images still.
The sort of, I say inserts, but the sort of part of the base which is quite cool. The throwback ones are quite good, where they've got like NXT moments. So they've got like Shinsuke winning the belt for the first time, or Shayna winning the belt for the first time. They're quite cool. There's a couple of profile ones, like the champions, like Bron Breaker's got his own, although it's a base card, it's got an image with him just with the belt, and it's got a slightly different border. So it's not a parallel or anything, it's literally just a slightly different image, which is quite nice, which is quite cool.
Yeah, it's like an insert, isn't it? Like black and gold or something.
Yeah,
like
it's only the champs who have got those, which is quite nice. And again, the parallels, there's a filler within that pack anyway, so you sort of know when you got a coloured parallel or an auto coming up. So
I've noticed that. Yeah.
I basically went through the box and then ripped all those things at the end. I didn't notice if they're on the top of the box. I think they're just randomly within the box. So I don't know if you guys have noticed a pattern on any breaks you've seen, but I didn't think they were anywhere in particular. Pretty much.
I think so.
On the whole, really pleased with it. Really, the finish is what you expect for the price point. Again, plenty of cards and not much to complain about, really. So yeah, overall, thumbs up. And I think, like you said, Chris, this is going to be one, I think, for the autos going forward. Obviously, you can get Roman Reigns in there, classic NXT people.
Yeah, the alumni is really...
Yeah, I think people...
sells it almost, I think.
I think people are going to go for this down the line, I think this is going to be a bit of a sleeper set.
Yeah.
I think the alumni cards, they're still part of the base, but they're obviously the black and gold.
Yeah.
I love them as well.
They're really nice,
They were really... It's a shame that they weren't short print.
Yeah.
Because they are like... It feels like they should have been an extended base.
Yeah. It's a bit like the Drew auto I got. I kind of wish that they were numbered. The alumni autos were all numbered. I kind of think having an unnumbered auto, these alumni make it a little bit, not as much, but I think we've definitely found a home for where these Ginny cards went to, though. I think that's within this set somewhere.
Yeah.
So there you go. But no, overall, pretty happy with this set.
One other thing I noticed on this is don't know if you noticed, Jamie, on the side of the box, it says, so it's the hobby box. It says hobby exclusive 2.0 black and gold parallels. Do you think that means that there's going to be some sort of blasters or fat packs or retail release just because it says hobby exclusives?
Potentially.
Probably.
Could be.
Do NXT normally get blasters?
They haven't with tops, no.
No, I don't
fat
think
packs or anything like that. But Panini may do it. So obviously earlier on I said I would be holding one. If they then bought out like a blaster or a fat pack, I'd probably try and hold one of each or something like that, just because I'm weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing I noticed with these, I've watched a few videos. I feel like the base pile is smaller than the rookie pile. The rookie piles on these people opening them are insane. They're like, so many rookies in it. Which, and
you get the silvers as well.
Yeah.
So you're getting like double bubble out of it, basically.
It's quite nice for a release to come out, and not the biggest pile is the base, because as we were saying, you never know if any of these guys are going to blow up and be the next big thing. So good to get a lot of rookies in there. I like the design. I think the design's really nice. It's better than the Tops one. I think they far nicer than the Tops NXT cards. There was too many match cards in those. So good.
That's a massive bonus for it, isn't it? It's I don't know anyone who likes match cards.
I think the only thing, had it not been for AEW, I would have liked to have seen a bit more classic NXT stuff popped in there. I think had we not had AEW sweeping up most of the NXT alumni, then that may have been different.
May have happened.
But it would have been quite cool to have sort of like, your Alistair Blacks or, those things in those sets. I think that would have really told the story of NXT, like the history of NXT set, as opposed to just 2.0, because you've sort of started on that line, haven't you? But you've sort of been selective of your history, obviously. So I wonder what this set would have looked like had you not had that restraint. That would have been quite a cool thing to look back on, really.
So I do like the set. 3 things. I think watching breaks. It's very repetitive. Yeah. I've gone through that earlier on. Yeah. There was a lot of I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone here. That was the designs of the cards of the base, obviously because they're white or off-whitish color. It's after what we've had with Panini. It seems like it's a bit like, okay, it feels like it's been dumbed down a bit. I wouldn't say bland, but more refined.
Yeah, especially with all the colors that you've had in previous sets and stuff. Yeah,
exactly. However, it still followed the trend with their relics, especially under 25. They've been fantastic. Yeah. You're proper getting some color in them, and they've been fantastic. That's come over from Select, and it's still within NXT. I think it's great. I think well played. I think more so, and this is not it's a bit of hangover lag from. We've had so many sets out recently. I mean, Select only came out a month ago.
Yeah.
Before NXT came out. They could have spread it out a bit. I think I would have enjoyed NXT more and I think I would have been a bit more, I'm actually going to get X, Y, and Z from this. But I'm still, I still haven't finished collecting Select. And everyone's now shifting their attention a bit to NXT. But my attention's not there yet with it. I need to pick up those bronze cards from it, but I haven't been I need to get them.
I don't feel like this is a major set though as such. I think this is just one that seems to have just come along. I still think the main focus is for the people to go back to these Selects and even Revolution to a degree, going back to get these cards.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I think it's a smaller release, but they could have done it end of October or just give us some time to digest.
Even just a few more weeks, I think, would have.
Just let us enjoy it.
Yeah,
let us enjoy it. I mean,
let us get to the next payday at least. Come
on.
But let us really enjoy what's happening here. Well, I am. Don't get me wrong, but it's happening. It's happening at all such a pace, and now we're at a point where there's nothing else on the radar, and I think what the radar might come up next would be the higher price with like Impeccable and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not going to go anywhere near that unless they're singles, because the price point, we're talking thousands, right?
I did see something recently that suggested it may be more like $500 to thousands.
So,
it's still an insane amount of money to pay for cards, but it's a little bit better.
Yeah,
but like, buying a pack,
you're not getting a hell of a lot out. How many do you get? What?
No,
6, 8 cards?
Yeah, not enough.
No.
And you have to really hit big to make it worthwhile.
Exactly.
One last little thing I've got on the NXT side of it, and I wanted your guys' sort of view on this and what you think has happened here, is I don't know if you've seen, there's some autos that are on card and then some that are stickers, but the same person. So do you think it's just stick a dump and try to get more product out, or what do you think it is?
I wonder if it's a case of just making up. Let's say they may have said, like, want you to sign 1,000 cards. Maybe they just had like leftover stickers, and they're just finishing off the stickers they've got, so they ain't got a huge load left. But I don't know, strange.
Yeah, could be. Would it annoy you? Say, Dave, for you, say you bought a box and then you get a Bron auto, but it's a sticker and not the card. Would it on card one? Would that piss you off?
See, for me personally, now some of the stickers that I've got recently have been absolutely fantastic as well. Don't get me wrong, a big auto on I miss them, like especially with tops. Of course, I miss them.
Yeah.
For me, it's less so now because I've kind of got used to it. What I would say is I kind of understand why they're doing that, if they're doing that as well, because it's to stop the redemptions.
Yeah.
Because they're getting panned about that currently, and bloody right.
Yeah,
so
I hadn't
Panini.
thought of that. So yeah, that's a good shout.
But bloody right, because like they're not fulfilling the redemptions, and they've been hauled over the coals for it. And big smack on the bum for that, Panini. Sort your shit out, and your customer service.
And your delivery company.
Lack of.
And your delivery company. There's so many things. But ultimately, I think if they can get a product out to you and they have the stickers, then, it is what it is. It would annoy me. If it was a big person and I'm like, oh my God, it's a sticker.
Imagine, you get the Roman Reigns auto or something. Do you know what I mean? A big one like that. It would annoy me if it was then on a sticker when you know that there's ones on card out there.
Yeah.
It would bug me. But,
just a quick thing as well.
Yeah, no, I get you.
No, I was going to say, quick thing. This isn't obviously available on the UK Panini side. And it frustrates me. We're going back a step, really, where we can't buy this on the UK Panini shop compared to Tops doing stuff. But is there any shops over here selling it? Or is it literally you've got order from line? There's no, sellers over here, is there?
Sports trading.
Just the usual places.
Yeah.
I think they've got it listed like 80.
Okay, which is pretty fair, actually, to be fair.
It's not terrible, kudos.
It's not terrible, but it's still a bit higher than it should be.
Yeah, because I noticed the dollar rate when I was over there, it was nearly 1-to-1 pretty much to something. You think, my God, this is mental.
Worst in 37 years.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But that's the problem. You think about it in relation to, it's like $1.50 to a pound. And it's not that anymore.
So, this is my thought process now. I'm probably not going to order from the States, I think, boxes at this point. There's no risk paying customs. And that £6, I might as well just pay someone over here already.
Extra.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So, if you're thinking about opening a shop, this is time to do it over, I think. But no, overall, I quite like this product. I'm pretty pleased with the price point and what I got. So,
I honestly agree with you. I think for the the price it was for the product, I think it's great. It's a very. If they would have done it a month later, I think I'd have been all over this more than I am. It's just a bit of, I'd say, Jamie, jet lag from the States for wrestling cards.Maybe I don't know. Anyway, look, I think that's it. I think we've done a good show today.
Yeah,
it's been another. I think we've had obviously so much to talk about. It's been a bit of a longer one today, but fantastic. Thank you guys so much. Jamie, do you want to start off with the plugs? You always do the great plugs on the site
usual stuff,
like
I guess, really. So if you're on Facebook, we put sort of podcast-related things on our Facebook feed more than sort of just card stuff. So anything podcast-based, find us on Facebook at Squared Circle Relics. If you want to join our chat for swaps for stickers or cards, ping us a message, or you'll find us lurking on various groups. We can add you to that chat pretty much straight away. There's a few of us on there now, so join in. And again, we've got plans for what we would do that in the future. So on that one, Instagram, we're trying to do daily posts of cards or sort of interesting things on there. So even if you don't always appreciate obviously new stuff and sort of old stuff on there, we're all dabbling on there a bit with images. So Instagram, we're at Squared Circle Relics pod as well. And I'm on Twitter for wrestling card stuff. I generally use Twitter to interact with people across the pond the other way. So you can find me on Matt Jamie Stocker on Twitter.
Go on, Chris.
Cambridge Trading Cards on YouTube. I think my last video was the Panini stickers, which is getting a bit of traction. Obviously, I think I had someone in somewhere in South America today trying to in Spanish, obviously saying, how do I get these? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, there's that on there. I will have the NXT box. I'm going to open it tonight. Now I've got a chance to. And then I also recorded the Undisputed pack that I opened.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So that'll be on there as well.
Sweet.
Man, I'd love to get some more Undisputed. I love it. I literally love it.
I like the dark and eeriness of it as well. It's proper.
I love it.
Well, I forgot how nice and thick and sturdy the cards were as well.
Card stock's great.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
I know it's totally off topic, but I was thinking about it when you bought this, Jamie, because obviously you had the box toppers, didn't you, on this set? Imagine if you were an LCS and you could just open all the boxes, get all the box toppers, sell them, and you've paid for the thing, and you've still got
all your packs
to sell as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just where my mind was. So Cambridge Trading Cards on Instagram as well. I'm trying to post on there when I can. Just don't have a lot of time at the moment, but I will continue every week or every 2 weeks. I'm going to be putting my own top 5 on our Facebook page. And yeah, as Jamie said, just any sort of pod related bits and bobs. I might post my major pod cards from this week's purchases on there as well, just to sort of show the cards I picked up and then show my whole collection off. So yeah, a few different bits there. And what about Lloydy the Liberator?
That's just D_Lloydy boy. Come and say hello.
You're getting used to saying that now, though, aren't you?
I'm here. You know what I mean? I'm doing well.
Yeah, I've learned it.
But before we sign off, big topic next. Well, so we do have the top 5 and the big topic to discuss. So top 5, Chris, it's your week.
It is. So we're going to do colour matches. So colour matched cards.
So I'll start rifling through,
boys. Yeah.
I've got a big one on my mind. I've got a massive one on my mind for that one.
There's a lot of good options out there for this. I think they're going to get some real doozies, so to speak.
I think our friend Travis will love my number 1 next week.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. I think I just can't. Oh, yeah. Anyway, and the big topic I think is going to be a bit spitty potentially next week, because we potentially have AEW, and we'll go with that if we have chat lists.
Yeah, it all kind of it's all dependent on what comes out and what doesn't come out, and checklists.
If Panini, we actually get the European Panini, if that's shipped to us in time, because that should be out next week in theory.
Yeah. So we'll see closer to the next show of what we'll do. Exactly,
and
it all depends on which way the wind is blowing.
Just one more real quick thing before we signed off. If you've listened to us, spread the word a little bit. Just, mention it to a mate if you see, one on cards and stuff. We're trying to build up a community as such, to get people talking a bit more within the community. And like Lloydy said at the beginning of the episode, like we find a lot more people are reaching out, wanting to sort of, do you know anyone who would buy this or sell this or be interested in this? So yeah, spread the word a little bit. We're going to try and get together a bit more really as well.
I've had a few people reaching out for like advice stuff. So if you do need advice, if you're not sure on top loaders, mags, anything, just give one of us a shout and we'll all try and help you out, or we'll get to the bottom of any.
I charge by the hour. But I will.
He doesn't charge by the hour.
I don't do it by the hour. No.
But no, well, it's great chatting to you lads again. Sorry, it's a little bit later than we would normally do, but it's been great talking to you again.
It has been fantastic chatting to you again, and I have missed. And Jamie, I'm just very, very glad that you're okay.
All good, yeah.
I really can't sign off today with fuck John Cena because
he's your new mate.
No.
I'm gonna. I'll change it up. Ready? And fuck MVP. There you go.